If people knew about the possibility of a second referendum during the 2016 vote on Brexit, then the Leave campaign would have won a heavy victory, believes Lord Finkelstein. Speaking today in the House of Lords, he said, "If during the European referendum we had said there was going to be a second chance to vote, it would have changed the result profoundly. Leave would have won a heavy victory, and would have established a national consensus behind Brexit. Any second vote would have started in a fundamentally different place. But during all the debates in Parliament, no one suggested two votes, no one proposed a second referendum." The former executive editor of The Times added, "A second referendum might easily be much more divisive than the first. It will also very likely produce an outcome that remains disputed. Let us be clear that this so-called people's vote, if it ever took place, would indeed be a second referendum." The idea at Labour conference that this might be a referendum without a Remain option was obviously ridiculous. Mr Corbyn appeared to be suggesting we might be offered two options in such a referendum, both of which he was against. Brexit News. Lord Finkelstein pointed out that no one suggested two votes in 2016. Image, Getty, Parliament TV. The Lords' comments come after Blair, Heseltine and Clegg chose a host of European newspapers to demand a second Brexit referendum. They took a double swipe at Brexit supporters by saying they were either naive optimists or cynical pessimists. Mr Clegg joined calls for a second referendum at the end of the negotiations, which he claimed would be the first vote on the real facts of Brexit. The self-styled People's Vote campaign, which is backed by some Labour, Liberal Democrat and Conservative MPs, is campaigning for a second referendum on whatever deal Theresa May negotiates. The three anti-Brexit campaigners claimed in a joint article that Brexiteers continue to live in a fantasy land of denial. They added, "Regardless of what path the UK takes in the coming weeks, there can be no denying that a strong European Union will remain in the UK's interests. Its ability to bring such a diverse group of states together and bind them under law and in support of human rights, free markets and free trade is a magnificent achievement, and one that should never be sold short or undervalued. As leaders from different political traditions in Britain, we have disagreed about much in the past, but what we have in common, our support for democracy, the rule of law, free expression and free trade, are also fundamental European values, and they are all worth defending."